3 ideas I've learned from Brian Tracy. In this video, I'd like to share my top 3 ideas that I've learned from studying the books and audio programs of Brian Tracy. If you haven't heard of Brian Tracy, he's known throughout the personal development world as an authority on achievement. He's published over 45 books and audio programs on topics such as confidence, self-discipline, communication, business management, sales, and success. He's delivered speeches and workshops to over 5,000 audiences in 55 countries. But what I like most about Brian Tracy is that he's a self-made, self-taught person. He started poor and worked his way up from the very bottom. His study of success eventually brought him wealth, and then he turned his focus to helping others achieve the same thing. I believe leveraging the successful lessons of others is the easiest way to get ahead in your own life. Brian Tracy's approach to success is very grassroots and doesn't contain a lot of hype. It's honest, direct advice that can help anybody make themselves a success. Today, I want to share the top 3 ideas I've learned from Brian Tracy as quickly and as simply as I can, so you can get an overview of what his ideas might have to offer you. So here they are, starting with the most important lesson of all. Lesson number 1. The self-concept. Every single person is born into an environment that they didn't choose for themselves. Along with the environment comes many influences and beliefs that we all eventually adopt as part of the way we see ourselves. In his program, The Psychology of Achievement, Brian Tracy calls this set of beliefs our self-concept. It's the way we think about who we are, especially in relation to the outside world. In fact, we have a large overall self-concept and then small mini self-concepts that we believe about every area of our life. For example, we all have a self-concept for how healthy we are, how much money we make, how successful we are in relationships. We also have a self-concept around our skills, things like how we drive a car, how we meet new people, how we speak in public. The amazing thing about the self-concept is that we can rise no higher or lower than our concept of ourselves. It's like an internal thermostat that keeps us at a certain level unconsciously. Perhaps more amazing is the fact that our self-concept is entirely made up. Everything we think about ourselves, we either learn through copying other people, or we chose to believe based on our limited knowledge and experience. What this means is that we can actually change our self-concept simply by deciding we want to be different. As soon as you make a conscious decision to become better in a specific area of your life, and you take actions that make you better, your self-concept will then adjust to accept this as the new you. The more you work on yourself at this self-concept level, the easier it becomes to keep new habits and have the changes you want in your life begin to happen. Lesson number 2. The reference group. Who you think you are as a person is heavily influenced by the people who are in your environment. Brian Tracy calls this group of people your reference group, meaning the people who you interact with most on a daily basis. For most of us, this includes family, friends, and people we work with. Our reference group will influence us to stay at the same level of the people around us. Depending on whether you want to be like those people, will make your current reference group either a good or a bad thing. Many people find it hard to resist the influence of their reference group, especially since a lot of the negative influences come from people in their families. One of the keys to growing your success is to start to add more successful, resourceful, positive-minded people into your reference group. As you do this, you'll find that the negative influences don't have as much power over you as they once did. Just like your self-concept can be changed with conscious effort, so too can your reference group. These days, it's very easy to find and meet new people who are more in tune with the type of life you want to lead. Lesson number 3. Eat that frog. Brian Tracy has many excellent programs on getting organized and overcoming procrastination. But perhaps his most simple and powerful idea can be summed up in the 3 words, eat that frog. It comes from a quote by Mark Twain that says, "If you eat a live frog first thing in the morning, nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day." According to Brian, What this means in real life terms is that if you do the most difficult or scary task of your day as the very first thing, then the rest of the day will be much more enjoyable. Another way I've heard this described is do the worst first. The key to self-discipline and achievement is to get yourself to do the things you need to do, whether you want to do them or not. The idea of eating a frog as the first task each day is a great visual metaphor of how to overcome resistance and get more success into your day. These 3 lessons will help you both with your internal beliefs and your external results. Brian Tracy has so many valuable ideas in his books and audio programs that I could probably share another 300 ideas. However, these 3 have helped me the most. If you would like to read more about Brian Tracy, try reading his books Maximum Achievement or The Science of Self-Confidence, or listen to any of Brian's great audio programs and see just how much more success his ideas can bring to you.